Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your June reading. Today is your full moon day. So, the Sagittarius full moon is this evening. We're doing this on June 3rd. I did do a full moon in. Sorry, my allergies are really kicking my ass today. So, I'm going to be sniffling and all that stuff. Hopefully it's not too annoying for you guys, but so I did do a Sagittarius full moon reading. If you want to go check that out, you can go look at the list of videos. It's in the June 2023 playlist as well. And today, and really this weekend, if you guys are a little bit like, especially Sagittarius moons, if you guys are watching this because I'm a Sagittarius moon, it's going to be a little extra emotional. Venus is going to be opposite Pluto, so we're going to have that full moon effect as well, or fullness, I guess. Whenever there's an opposition, it's like the relationship, right, that we have, and it can often be like the full moon effect. So there are things, especially with that Venus opposite Pluto, there are things where parts of your own self-esteem, parts of your own, like Sagittarius moon or regular Sagittarius or Sagittarius rising, it's time to clear out. This is an inner moon. This is one of those inner talk moons, like time to really clear out those things inside of you that are restricting you. Sagittarians cannot be restricted. So, or they don't want to be. Poof is... He's playing with these balls that we have all over this place. And it's pretty funny. So be entertained. So this full moon's going to be a little bit extra. Really take care of yourself. Like, this is one of those self-care full moons that paying attention to what your needs are right now is huge. And, this might not, you might not get through this without arguing with someone or with multiple someones. So, try not to be righteous. Do your best to make sure that you are arguing fairly. Just like be genuine, be authentic, be real. And you're going to notice, this is probably going to show you like the people that are going to be in the next part of your journey with you and the people that you're going to have to leave behind. Full moons like this clear space for us. So, and Sagittarius is Jupiter, right? Like, we want to expand and we want to think bigger and be bigger and learn more and like expand on our belief systems and expand on our knowledge. And we can't do that if we don't have space. We can't do that if we are clogging up the works, right? So, and people in our lives can do that. So if you're recognizing that you cannot work things out with certain people, that may be a big clue that it's time to move on. Relationships are a big theme. Relationships, freedom, and not being restricted is a big theme for this Sagittarius full moon. So let's see what the rest of your June is going to look like. We're going to get a surrender card first. Oh, before I start, we are moving in to our new place in 5 days. I'm so excited. And when we left Kansas City, I left all of my stuff with my oldest son because he was moving into a new house as well. And I would rather him, not have to start from scratch. So we don't have any, like, we're having to buy all new furniture and dishes and stuff like that. So I have my whole calendar for June open. I've actually scheduled, there's a lot scheduled for June already. I think like half of June is already booked. So, I have 20% off my astrology and tarot readings, excluding the 6-month reading. There are still some 6-month reading availabilities as well. But, using the code SPRING, SPRING 23, you can get a face-to-face reading with me, or you can get a recorded reading. I will be taking a break on the Zoom live one-on-one readings in July and August, Probably. I'll still be doing the recorded, but if you want to get a face-to-face reading with me, this month is probably the month to do it, because I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to change some things. We're going to be changing some things up a little bit. Not in a bad way. We always got to grow and shift and expand, and that's what I'm doing. I'm a Sagittarius moon. That's what we're about. So, yeah, check that out. Let's get a surrender card for you guys. Surrender. The power of surrender. What is it that Sagittarius is surrendering? There's like this little tickle in the back of my throat. I just want it to go away. I'm going to leave this up here. Okay. We got 2 surrender cards. Oh, look at that. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. And surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. You know, it's interesting because I know so many people that are like, I'm done being humble. Like, I don't want to be humble anymore. Humility is a crock. Like, I'm going to stand out and I'm going to be big and I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. And I just want you guys to know that you can be big and you can stand out and you can be authentic and you can be unique and you can expand yourself as much as you want to and still be humble at the same time and still have humility and still allow yourself to see things from other people's perspectives and still have an open heart. Like, it's entirely possible. I think that there's just so much of this world where they say, you know, you have to be this particular way. And they we close doors off for ourselves when we do that. So reminding yourself that humility goes a really long way when it comes to especially dealing with other people, but bringing peace to your life. Humility goes a really long way. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Welcome to your reading, Sagittarius. The 6 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and there you are with Temperance. I literally want to say, like, the words that are forming in my mind right now are pour some love on it. It's not the song, the Guns N' Roses, or what song is that? Pour some love, pour some sugar on me. That's not this, like, that popped in my mind too. I don't know why, but this reading already is full of feelings. We have the 6 of Cups and the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups here. The Queen of Swords, you're either dealing with an air sign or this is you and your energy. And if this is you and your energy, you're being very, like, one-sided, like very tunnel visioned. And with all these cups around, I feel like there's almost this softness that needs to happen. Like, there's this unfolding, this softness that needs to happen. Because I feel like you're trying to manifest things in your life from, like, you want to do it from a place of vulnerability and relaxing and emotions, but there's something that, like, and this makes this, I mean, I get it. I understand why you would be stressed out, but that's what this Queen of Swords feels like. It feels like there's this like logical side of you that's so stressed out that that logical side of you is like fighting with you. And there's no fighting in this reading here, but that's what this card feels like. It feels like the Queen of Swords is being so incredibly logical about something when in reality, she just needs to pour love on it. I hope that makes sense. And when I say pour love on it, there's a natural flow that happens when we allow ourselves to take a step back and look at the situation. Because this Queen of Swords wants to look at the situation logically, right? That's what this Queen of Swords wants. But the Temperance card wants you, which is you, that's your energy. It wants you to make decisions and have responses based on an equal balance of logic and emotions. So whichever way you're tipping more, you kind of want to right yourself. Like, pour love on it, right? Pour a little bit of water over here. You know, you look at this. She's pouring, this angel here is pouring water from one cup to another. She's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. She's balancing her efforts, right? So that's what I mean by pour love on it. Make it softer. It doesn't have to be so black and white. Sagittarius doesn't like to look at things in black and white anyway. Sometimes some Sagittarians do. I actually know a couple of Sagittarians that are like in the political scene, and they're very like my way or the highway. Very Queen of Swords-esque. So maybe this reading is for them. I don't think they watch tarot actually. Now that I think about it. But so let's clarify, because it feels like what's happening is like you want that, like you want to fill your cup up. And I think that there's a connection that you want to, you want to have that vulnerable softness for. The 10 of Cups, it's a beautiful, like this is just beautiful because you want to create that 10 of Cups moment. The 10 of Cups is that ultimate satisfaction, that ultimate emotional satisfaction. You have your family with you. You have your love with you. You have like whatever it is that gives you that soft place to land. That's what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so 6 of Cups. Yes, honesty. Oh. Could be dealing with a Gemini. It's Gemini season. We're all dealing with Geminis. Let's see. Okay. Oh, love this. Okay. Yep. All of the clarifiers are out, and this really like wraps the whole story. Let me kind of bring this over here. So the 6 of Cups, we have the Page of Swords on the 6 of Cups. This feels like a very healing month for you, Sagittarius. It feels like a very healing month. And within that healing month, you got to get honest. That Page of Swords, like that is our, that's the honest messenger. We always got to make sure the words, the words that we're saying, you have to watch your words when it comes to the swords, because it's very easy to cut someone with a sword. Okay. So that Page of Swords with the 6 of Cups is asking you to be honest, whether that means like, you got to have that conversation about your past. You got to have that conversation. It may be that maybe it's that you need to be honest with somebody that you love. Maybe it's you need to be honest with a crush. Maybe you just need to shoot your shot. Like whatever that is for you, there's something that really wants to bring you some peace. Like peace incoming peace. It really wants to bring you some peace, and it really wants to kind of like relax you. And then we have, you got to let it. You got to be open for that, right? We have the Lovers and the King of Swords on the Queen of Swords. This feels like a pair for sure. Definitely feels like a pair for sure. Could be a Gemini energy that you're dealing with, since we have 2 swords here. We have a sword here, and then we have some swords down here. But you know, the fact that they both came out with the swords pairing, and then we also got the lovers on top of that. And we have the Six of Cups over here. This makes me feel like it's one of those kind of connections that doesn't break easily. It's also one of those connections that can become really, really toxic if you don't surrender your ego, or if you don't surrender frustration. Right? It's easy to become a toxic situation if you both are still coming at each other unhealed. Okay? For some of you, you are coming into your wholeness. Feels like things are sort of becoming whole within you. But if you have to be honest with somebody from your past, somebody you've had a really close connection with in your past, now's the time to do it. This is the month to do it. You could also be dealing with a Pisces energy. We have the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which we'll get to. But I have the Hanged Man here. That's why I was saying you could be dealing with a Pisces energy. But the Hanged Man on the Ace of Cups is asking you to pause. That tickle in the back of my throat, I don't know what that is, guys. It's really driving me nuts. Hold on a second. I'm going to pause this real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. I accidentally stopped the video instead of just pausing it. So here we are. Okay, so speaking of pausing, I feel like it's time for you to rest with this Hanged Man in the upside down position. He's becoming enlightened. He's seeing things from a different perspective. And the Hanged Man, clarifying that Ace of Cups, it's like the way that you're going to give yourself some self-care is if you slow down, if you pause, if you reflect before you respond. Like that kind of peace. I've been talking about peace a lot lately. And it's not an easy thing to cultivate, but it's worth it. You got to do some hard things. You got to get honest with a lot of stuff. But part of that is in recognizing when you need to be recharged, when it's time for you to be recharged, when you are completely depleted. You have to be able to fill up your own cup first. And sometimes you just got to be in a paused momentum to do that. We have Justice on the 10 of Cups. You could be dealing with a Libra. Since we have all these swords, gotta say it. But I do feel like that 10 of Cups is not very far away. There's a balancing act that you are working on with yourself. And creating that balance is going to bring some peace as well. For some of you, there's like I literally want to say justice is served. There may be something about you having to stand up for yourself. Sometimes the King of Swords comes out as like lawyer energy. And with Justice here, if there's like a legal battle that you're in, or if there's some legal things that are going on, I feel like you're going to come out on the winning end. Like, I don't feel like sometimes these 10 of Cups come off as like a delusion energy for me. And I don't feel that. I feel like you are creating your happiness. And I feel like you're not allowing anyone to stand in your way to create your happiness with that. And then we have the 10 of Swords, you guys. We have the 10 of Swords on the Temperance card. So going back, let's talk about what those swords are. Swords are our thoughts. A lot of times when discombobulation happens or disasters happen or really, uncomfortable, unfair things happen in the world, there's this automatic human response of that's not fair. And when we get to that, that's not fair, this isn't fair, we go to the worst possible case scenario sometimes, thinking, and a lot of times that worst possible case scenario comes from a story from your past, a trauma from your past, an experience that you've gone through in the past. And that's why being honest with yourself about your past is going to really help this Ten of Swords. Because if you can manage to not be in the worst possible case scenario, let me put this over here because these cards, just the lighting is so funny. But if you can get honest with yourself and you can be honest with everybody else, it takes the guesswork out of everything. Communication takes the guesswork out of everything. And for some of you, you're feeling so restricted in wherever you are, whether it's relationship status, whether it's work status, whether it's where you're living, who you're living with. Some of you feel so restricted that you feel like there's no way out. This Ten of Swords feels like there's no way out. So the Desire comes up. We have and that makes sense with the surrender frustration and surrender your ego. Like your ego is the one that's putting you in this worst case scenario, because it's a story that you're telling yourself based on things that have already happened to you. Like things are going to turn out the same way that they've always turned out. Things are going to be horrible. They never work out for me anyway. So why should I even ... fill in the blank. So that's really where that surrender frustration and surrender your ego is going to come into, because you can manifest things going really terribly if you want to. I've learned a lot in the last couple of years to not focus on what could happen, but to try and stay focused on what is happening and making my decisions based on what is happening right now. Not what could happen, because anything could happen in the future. We can think that we know best. We can think that we know what's going to happen, what's right. But when it comes down to it, do we really know anything? No. Page of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. So... for some of you, you're planting seeds on what to do with your work or your job coming up, like whatever it is. How do I want to put this? I feel like you're working on a project. This 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles makes me feel like you're planting seeds and working on a project. The Desire, this Page of Cups can really be longing. So whatever it is that you're working for, take a detached view of it. Like allow yourself to not be super duper attached to the results of whatever the project is, because there are so many things that could come out of it. But I feel like this is positive. Like it's positive movement forward. With the planting of the seeds and you allowing yourself to kind of let it unfold is going to be the best possible way to do that. So anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I would love to see your guys' faces in a reading sometime this month if you would like to join me with that. And take care of yourselves. It's going to be okay. Bye.